everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Jump Ball. I'm your host this week, AJ. I'm out of the running for another loss. I'm here just to run the game, the way I like it. And I'm here with Brock and Adam. Brock, I think, is 1-1
Yeah.
so far this season. Adam, are you 2-0? You 1-0.
Yeah, brother.
You're 2-0.
Undefeated.
All right. Well, so
What's your record? Hang on. What's your record?
Wait, my record? I think as a player, my record right now is 0-2, but as a host, I'm crushing it.
You're 0-3.
Every time I host, it's
Hey, I think there's 3 losses out there that need to be claimed.
well. So I just picked up another loss on the episode I hosted. That's it. I literally just said I wouldn't do that, and then I did it. All right. Well, I had a bunch of cold opener ideas for you, and I was gonna let you guys pick, but there's one that I want to talk about most. Showing my girlfriend Sophia, I think you should leave for the first time. She doesn't get it. She hates it.
Nah, that's
Oh no.
She doesn't like it. She said it's way too awkward. And one of the ones I showed her was the professor at the restaurant, and he steals the food, which I fucking love. I think that's one of my favorites, but it was too much. It was too much for her.
I quote that one a lot. Like in it with very little context. I just use his "Give me that."
Give me that.
Yeah, I like that. I'm joking, and I put my hands up. Like, I'm joking.
I'm joking.
Yeah, we're gonna trudge through though. I keep just telling her you haven't gotten it yet, but you'll get it. You'll pick it up.
You'll get it.
Yeah, it's such a good show, and season 3 comes out actually next month, I think.
I'd be ready.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yep. So let's get into basketball. You know, I thought about a lot of ideas for this episode too. Usually, I like to keep it kind of like recent to what's happening in the NBA at the time of the recording. But I actually thought back one of our episodes we were talking about players playing overseas. We're talking about like Jared Solinger playing in China, him dominating.
Mm-hmm.
So this episode, we're actually going Americans playing abroad, where I'm going to give out clues. You guys, so I'm going to give out 5 clues each round for a player. And each clue is worth a different amount of points. You know, if you want to guess it out the first clue, you'll get 5 points. And then if you don't want to guess it, we'll keep going all the way down to the 1-point clue. You guys, it's not going to be a buzz-in. I don't like doing the buzz-ins because my internet is so bad. At first, I was going to do a speed race, but I was like, oh, that's going to be unfair. Someone's going to get the advantage. So just whenever you lock in, just let me know which points you're going for. And we'll go through 7 Americans that played abroad, and then we'll do a final round related to it as well. You guys got it?
Oh yeah.
I'm all in.
Are we talking about Brandon Bass?
We were talking about like Brandon Bass, Jared
No, but like,
Solinger.
are we going to talk about him today?
Sure, man. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm locked in.
We could talk about the whole. Okay. Damn, you got it. All right. Well, with that, let's get into another Brandon Bass episode of Jump Ball. All right. Question 1. For 5 points. This player is on his 4th team located in Asia. So he's been around. Oh, also, there will be some current ones, but I kind of mostly like, they're mostly in the 2000s. I think there's one old player, but you don't have to pull too hard for all but one. Just FYI. Figured that'd be good. For help. All right, for 4 points. He had a 9-year career in the NBA. 3 points. He was the first Asian American to win an NBA championship.
I'm locked in.
Okay, Brock's locked for
I'll be
3.
right back to you. I think my window's open.
Oh, Brock's leaving the pod. He locked in and he's
Bye.
leaving. Okay. Adam, you need number 2. You need 2 points.
I'm going to take number 2. I'm not locking in anything yet.
Okay. For 2 points. Oh, well, hold on. I'll wait for. So close. Right, he's back. For 2 points. After success in New York in the early 2010s, the point guard left for Houston.
Yeah, okay, I'll lock in. I was worried it was bait after that third one.
Yeah, I just like getting everyone getting points. So I'll give you a hit. With the 1 point hint, it's pretty obvious. By the time you get to 1, if you don't get the 1 point hint, there's something going on, and we need to figure out what this podcast is.
For 1 point rhymes with Shmeremy Schmin.
Yeah. So, well, we'll just go to Adam. Adam, why don't you start? Since you said Shmeremy Schmin.
Yeah, you said first Asian American to win a championship, and I was like, well, it seems like a Jeremy Lin thing, but I don't know. Maybe there's another guy. He's like the most prolific Asian American NBA player. So I was like, nah, maybe I'll wait and think maybe it's somebody else. And then you said after success in New York, and I was like, well, yeah, that's Jeremy Lin.
Okay. Yeah. Brock, how'd you get it?
I was thinking about it, and I don't know where he won his ring at. Was it the Warriors? I went with Jeremy Lin, but I'm like, I feel like maybe the Lakers in the bubble? Was he on that team? Like, where did he win his ring at?
I think Warriors. I think he was on the
Warriors roster? Okay, that's what I thought. It was either Warriors or the bubble Lakers. One of the two. But yeah, I just remember when he won it, whatever team he was on, he was the first Asian American to win an NBA championship. So that's how I got Jeremy Lin. Linsanity.
Okay. Yeah. So both you guys got it. I'm glad I put that hint as the middle one because I think it gave it away, but he actually won the championship on the Toronto Raptors. He was like a deeper bench guy. So, it's still 2019, not even that long ago.
Yeah.
He was the first Asian American. The 1 point hit was, it's insanity that you haven't guessed this player yet. So that's the level of 1 point. So if you just want a point, just get on the board. All right, Brock leads 3-2 as we head into the second player. Oh, also I include a little like where are they now? So Jeremy Lin is currently playing he's playing in Taiwan, and his team is called the Steelers. So playing a little football out there. All right, player number 2. 2011, this player led all D1 basketball in scoring his senior year. I'll just keep rolling if you guys want. Mm-hmm. Okay. 4 points. He started his NBA career with the Kings. Sacramento Kings.
I'm locking
Question. Ooh, Adam's going for 4. Okay.
I'm going to need another hint.
All right, for 3 points. Vast majority of his international play was in the Chinese Basketball Association, CBA. So vast majority was in China. 2 points.
Yeah, give me the 2-pointer.
2017, scored 75 points for the Shanghai Sharks.
Oh,
I can give you the 1.
I'm locked in.
No shame for the 1.
I'm locked in.
Okay.
God damn it.
You didn't get it right.
Wait. Well, let's start with Brock. Adam went first. Let's start with Brock.
All right. So my initial thought was Michael Beasley. I didn't lock in with him because he was a bucket at K-State, but I don't think he was ever a senior. So that eliminated him. And then, I mean, we just slowly went down till he dropped 75 as a Shanghai Shark. And that's got to be Jimmer Fredette. I mean, I think he started his career with the Kings. So I think everything lines up. Top scorer at BYU his senior year. It's got to be Jimmer.
Okay, so we got one for Jimmer. Adam, what'd you put?
Yeah, Jimmer makes a lot of sense. I took a big swing, obviously. I was trying to think like, okay, who came into the league around like 2011 on the Kings? And I was like, oh, Tyreek Evans.
That's a
But
good
then the
name.
rest is
Okay.
I kind of
Okay.
thought so. I don't know what he did in college, but like for him to come in and win Rookie of the Year, he probably had to be pretty NBA ready when he was in college, and he was a king, so took the chance there. But hearing the rest of them Jimmer makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So Adam, I really like that actually. Tyreek, that's a good guess, but is Jimmer Fredette? Is Jimmer Fredette? So Adam gets 0, but Brock got another 2. Yeah, so he led all of D1 basketball in scoring his senior year at BYU. Then started with the Kings, but we all kind of know the Fredette timeline here. I figured just saying Shanghai Sharks would also be a big hint because he's just been there forever. Like I was looking it up. He earned the nickname there, Lonely God or the Lonely Master. That was his CBA nickname because he was so good. Okay. So Jimmer Fredette, last thing he did, at least basketball-wise, was he has been playing for the USA's national 3v3 team, which I did not know was a thing.
Oh, yeah, I knew it was a thing.
Like the
National 3v3?
like national or like the big three, like
Yeah.
the one that Ice Cube runs?
No, not.
No, there's like
Not
a
the big
FIBA like 3v3 league, which is always like it's never been like NBA players. It's always just been like guys who like were good in college and then like became lawyers.
Oh, didn't know that. The more you know.
Yeah. Still playing, I guess. I don't know. I'm
Did he
guessing
try and come
it's
back
probably
with
a pretty
the
good team.
Suns. Like not too long ago. I feel like he was
Yeah.
in his Suns uni.
Yeah, he was on the Suns for a quick second, and he came back up recently also for a summer league, which was weird because he was kind of older. I don't remember what year exactly.
But who cares about summer league, right, Adam?
I don't.
I think that's reasonable. And as we head into question 3, Brock is up 5-2. Adam took a big swing, which is not his usual MO in the game. He's usually not a betting
it's
man.
different today. I feel different today. I told
why do you
AJ
think
before
you
we
feel
started
different?
recording that I'm pretty hungover, so
Yeah, he's a little loose.
I'm a little
looser today.
loose.
Okay. All right, player number 3. 5 points. He's currently the head coach of the Beijing Royal Fighters. 4 points. He averaged 24 points in the 2000-2001 season with the New Jersey Nets. I'll give that one a little break. Need 3 point?
Yeah.
Okay. This point guard played for the Beijing Ducks from 2011 to 2017.
Beijing Ducks.
2011 to 2017. For 2 points. In his rookie season, he helped second-year player Kevin Garnett lead the Wolves to the playoffs.
Okay,
a bit of a
I'll
I'm
lock
locked
in.
in. I'm also locking in.
No one wants the 1 point? All right, it was going to be pretty obvious with the 1 point, but okay. So I think we'll go to Adam. Yeah.
I think it would be Sam Cassell. He was a point guard. He played with Kevin Garnett. He's a sneaky scorer. I didn't know he would have scored 24 points a game for the Nets. That kind of threw me off here. Because when you said that, I wrote down Keith Van Horn or Kerry Kittles. Could be Dick Jeff, Richard Jefferson, but he's not in China. He's around here. So I was a little confused. But then with the Wolves, I was like, second year Wolves. I know Cassell was around there. The other guys I don't think were. So.
All right. Adam got Sam Cassell. Brock, who'd you write down?
I did not have Sam Cassell. I had Keith Van Horn at one point because you were talking about that Nets team, but second year in the league, Garnett would have been like 96, 97. So I feel like it's him and Stephon Marbury.
Oh shit!
So I locked in with Stephon Marbury.
Oh no. Hungover Adam is not. He's
struggling today.
Going well.
These are just like these are names where it's like they're so famous for playing overseas, and I keep thinking like, oh, I don't know what this guy's doing now. Maybe he could play overseas. Or it's like everybody knows Stephon Marbury was playing in China forever.
Right. Yeah. So the answer is Stephon Marbury. I've tried to find a balance of players that have been like notable playing overseas, or at least are popular enough NBA players. It's like you could get them with the hints, but otherwise, yeah, you should be able to. The players I knew that played overseas, you know.
Yeah.
Players that AJ knew.
Yeah. The 1 point hint, Adam, if you would have just went for the one, was growing up in New York. His nickname was Starbury.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In Marbury. Yeah.
Yeah, should have held out for that one, probably.
The question one hints, man. They get you on the board if you want them.
I'm on the board, okay?
You are on the board, but Rock is now up by 4. It is 6-2.
Wait, was that a 2-pointer I got?
Should have 7.
Yeah, it should be 7-2. I had 5. Right?
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Thank you. 7-2. Adam's down by 5. Adam, if you could get this one on the first question, though, you get this on the first hint. Be tied
Brandon Bass.
No, that's my answer.
All right, both locking at Brandon Bass. Both are wrong. Let's move on to question 5. All right, player number 4. So Stephon Marbury, head coach of the Beijing Royal Fighters. No idea that he was still there, but player number 4. 5 points. This player is an NBA 5-time rebounding champion. Brock's frowning.
No, I'm tempted to lock in, but I am
too.
I think I'm going to pass to the fourth one. I'm going to pass to the fourth one.
4 points. This player saw the playoffs 11 times. Only 1 ring.
I'm locked in.
Brock's locked at 4. I mean, you locked?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to Brock.
I mean, unless this is total just bait from you, but like he just most recently went over and played in Taiwan. It's got to be Dwight Howard, 5-time rebounder, seen the playoffs 11 times, 1 ring with the Lakers in the bubble. Got to be Dwight.
Okay. Adam, did you get Dwight Howard?
Did.
It is Dwight Howard. All right.
I should have locked in with 5. Oh.
Yeah. It was so recent, I felt like I had to include him because it's such an interesting thing. He went over to Taiwan. Shaq hates him for going over to Taiwan. Shaq just hates anything he does. I guess he's having fun over there. He seems to like it.
He was in a 3-point contest.
Both in Taiwan. He was in the 3-point contest.
He was in the 3-point contest in Taiwan. I don't know if he won, but like, still kind of cool.
Oh, that is cool. I mean, honestly, I should have looked up his stats. Should have seen what he was averaging.
Oh, he's an animal. I mean, It's Dwight Howard.
Sure.
This
Yeah.
guy's a future Hall of Famer. He's an animal.
Oh, both of you got it on the 4-pointer. So that puts Brock at 11. Adam at 6. We head into player 5. 5 points. Player played for the LSU Fighting Tigers. College.
Ben Simmons isn't playing overseas yet, AJ. I hope you know that.
Okay. Yeah. Might be. He might be soon.
Soon.
Just go back to Australia. For 4 points. Although drafted number 33 in 2005, he had a 12-season career before he played for the Flying Leopards in the CBA. A lot of info there, so if you need me to, I can reread that one if you need. Drafted 33 in 2005, in the NBA for 12 seasons, then went over to the Flying Leopards in the CBA.
I'm going to pass to the next hint.
For 3 points. Nicknamed the Animal, had his best years in the early 2010s with Boston. To be clear, in case my mic cuts out, it's not Manimal. It's not the Manimal. It's the Animal.
Gonna have to pass. I have a good idea.
2 points. This big man's last name takes after an aquatic animal.
I'm locking
Me
in.
too. I got it.
you guys set it up so perfectly. It was like you brought it up twice, and then in the third moment, for 1 point, just to hear the 1-pointer. Hold on, is this the best shooter to wear number 30?
The answer is yes, it is, and it's Brandon Bass, baby. It's Brandon Bass.
Adam, did you get Brandon Bass?
Yeah, I did.
God, I hope so.
Okay.
How could I not?
I didn't know.
I can't believe you guys nailed that.
Didn't know he was a LSU Tiger. Listen, I claim myself as a pretty big Brandon Bass fan. I did not know he was an LSU Tiger or the nickname the Animal. To be quite honest,
It's pretty basic Brandon Bass trivia for a guy who claims to be a Brandon Bass fan. Like, where'd he go to college and what was his nickname? Those are like the first two things that people would ask of like trivia about a player.
no. The first thing they would ask me is he the greatest shooter to ever wear 30? And I would say yes.
No, that's not a trivia question.
It's a trivia question.
Big
to
man's
me.
last name. His last name is an aquatic animal. That's a good.
That's a good
trivia
one.
question.
That is a good trivia question.
Yeah, Brandon Bass. He was in the Flying Leopards 2017 to 2020. And figure out what he's doing right now. Been writing raps apparently forever. I don't know if we've already talked about that, but he's a rapper. It's like the age of 16.
I think we get Brandon Bass on the show.
I think it's not unlikely.
Oh, okay.
Of all the
Might
people
be able
we've brought up that we want on the show, Brandon Bass may be the most attainable.
I'll look into it.
Jeff Turner never
We just
responded to my Twitter DMs, so
You try again.
I can try, I guess.
Did you
Double
try
text him?
again?
Okay. As we head into player number 6, score is 13-8. Rocks up with 2 players left. 5 points. This player was allegedly drafted number 1 overall by the ABA. No contract was written. He never played a single game in that league. Oh, he's thinking about it.
I want to lock in. I really want to lock in.
If you lock in and Brock doesn't get it, it's tied. Tied game.
But Adam has to get it.
That's so. Give me one more. Give me one more.
4 points. He would play in the NBA through the 70s, most of the 80s, then finish his hoops career in Italy in the 90s.
I'm locked.
I'm gonna need the next hint.
That's okay. That's okay. I wouldn't have known that. Off 2. 3 points. Won an MVP on the Buffalo Braves.
MVP. I think I'm gonna lock in.
All right, we're swinging big. All right, let's start with Brock.
God, this could be so wrong in the time frame. Could be so off. But like, I feel like it's gotta be Oscar, right? Like when I don't know. Adam's looking around, so it's not. Actually, I don't care. Adam's not been doing great this episode. Adam could be wrong here, but I have no idea. I went with Oscar. I don't know when he won his MVP. Definitely didn't win it on the Bucks.
The Buffalo Braves was the team.
Did he not play for them?
No, they're currently the Clippers.
Oh, he played for the Kings, didn't he? It was like
Kings
Yeah, like
and
Rochester.
Bucks, yeah.
Oh,
The Rochester Royals.
it was kind of close. Whatever. Oscar locked in.
Not horrible. Adam, get it?
I think there's 2 guys that won MVP on the Braves. One would be Elvin Hayes, so it could be him. And the other, I believe, is Bob McAdoo. And Bob McAdoo, I thought, played internationally because he was a jumper arounder. I didn't think Elvin Hayes did. So he was already in my mind after the first one, so I went Bobby Mack.
It is Bob McAdoo.
Hell
It is.
yeah.
So Adam got 4 points there. It brings him up to 12. He's only 1 behind Brock. Oh,
Give
Adam,
me
I was
more
interested-
70s.
No one wants 70s. No one wants 70s.
The
No one
people
wants
love it.
Sacramento Kings. People don't want those things.
They'll learn to like it. Just like I think you should leave. They'll learn to like it.
Yeah.
Adam, I was interested to see if you had heard that story about Bob McAdoo with the first hint there. I guess he was drafted there, but then some negotiation stuff for the contract was never actually like written or signed or anything, so he just didn't go, and then he ended up just playing in the NBA the whole time.
Shit got so weird with the ABA and the NBA because like I think it's like a similar thing that happened to David Thompson where they were like both took him number 1 and then he was like, I don't like either of these contracts, and they were like, oh, okay, but we like drafted you, and he's like, no, I'm going somewhere else, and they just like didn't have rules for that.
Oh, damn. That's like some Wild West stuff right there, because that is weird.
Yeah, it was kind of like just players were like supposed to just honor like, oh yeah, they drafted me, I guess they get to sign me, but then like some guys were just like, but I don't have to.
And the team's like, oh shit, he doesn't have to. So yeah, some team wasted a number 1 overall pick on Bob McAdoo, and he's like, no, I'm going to the NBA.
Yeah.
Wild they could do that.
So Bob McAdoo played in Italy for 6 years at the end of his career. Actually, while he was in Italy, I think he dominated, but then also his team dominated. He won a bunch of championships, a bunch of different cups. I didn't know even what I was reading anymore. It was like so many different championships and cups in Italy. But he did really well. Had a great career there. 6-year career. All right, 1 point game as we head into the final player. 5 points. This Hall of Famer saw a fun cash grab opportunity for a couple of games in Finland and Sweden in his early 40s. Couple of games in Finland and Sweden, and now you're being tested on it.
That's ridiculous. In what countries? Finland?
And Sweden in his early 40s.
Sweden.
Go to 4.
Yeah.
Adam's really thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, for 4 points.
There's a guy I've just been wondering is going to come up, and I don't know if this applies to him or not, but it could. So I'm gonna pass on that.
Okay. 4 points. He was a walk-on at the University of Central Arkansas in 1983.
I'm locked in.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna lock in too then.
Oh shit. Okay. we're gonna start with Brock. I can't remember the order, but I want to start with Brock.
Okay. Like, walk on 1983 Central Arkansas. I feel like the only one that I came up with, it's a Scottie Pippen? He went to Central Arkansas, wasn't it? That's like the only that's the only name I've ever had in reference to Central Arkansas is Scottie Pippen. And so then I'm locking in with Scottie.
Okay. Adam, who'd you lock in?
Yeah, I also went with Pippen. I same reason kind of. When Brock locked in, I was like, okay, well, I gotta lock in, I guess, with the best possible answer, which for Central Arkansas and for the time, I was like, well, I think that seems like Pippen. So
Yeah, I wondered if question 4 would have just a little too much info, but the correct answer is Scottie Pippen. The hint number 2 was that was a weird year. That was a weird year on the Rockets, right? You guys remember that? That was question 2. That was hint number. So I felt like Scottie's a Hall of Famer, so you would get to him eventually. But it is really weird. He played 3 total games in Sweden and maybe 2 in Finland. They paid him like. Finland, he made $60K. In Sweden, I don't know how much he made. Something like that.
I would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Played
sometimes
5.
you gotta just go collect a check. And everyone just needs to look the other way. It's okay, Scott.
I mean, I'm honestly like, I get the NBA is like the best league in the world and everything, so everyone wants to play in the NBA. But at a certain point, it'd be pretty sweet to just travel the world playing basketball. It's like basketball let me just travel countries. So I'm sure, like, that'd be cool. Play 5 games, go to Northern Europe. So each got 4 points there. Brock's at 17. Adam is at 16. The hungover man has pulled it back within range for the final round.
Bobby Mack.
Yeah, shout out Bob McAdoo.
Underrated player all time.
The only reason I know that guy is because his 2K My Team card every year. He always gets one.
Yeah, he should. Why wouldn't he? He's a legend.
I guess.
His nicknames on Basketball Reference were, I had this as my final hint. Nicknames were Do and Mac. Pretty cool.
Mac and
Cool guy.
D's, baby. How did they come up with those?
I don't know. So here's the final round, guys. Here's the final round. We're going to flip the script. We're going to go doing Americans going over abroad. We're going to do internationals coming to America now. I wanted to have you guys create a list of the international players ranking within the most points in NBA history. I was like, oh, I could probably just do like top 30. There'll probably be enough in there, even if it's just 5. Make a 5-man list. I have to encompass the top 100 of NBA scorers. The list is broad, but I think you guys can do it. So, you're going to create a 5-man list of international players who rank within the top 100 of most points in NBA history. 1 point for the player. If you get that, another point for their position.
So, top 5.
It's basically top 5 international players in most points scored. I'm doing it within the encompass of all of the NBA history. You could also think about it as top 5 international scorers in the NBA.
Okay.
I hate to be this guy. I'm not happy to be this guy. what qualifies as an international player?
Oh, yes. No, that's okay. That's fair. They have to be physically. I only took the guys that were like born and raised international. Kobe Bryant's not on this list. Dominique Wilkins isn't on this list.
Right, like I
those are
assume
the
it's
two
kind of
top
like
ones.
it's kind of like whatever like Olympic team they would play for. Like that's kind of the standard, I would guess.
Yeah, none of these people would have or did play for like the U.S. Olympic team.
Okay. Okay.
But I did think about that looking up. I was like, I can't put Dominique Wilkins was technically born, I think, in France. He was basically raised in the U.S.
What if they came over to play college basketball? Would that count as? Because the guy I'm thinking of, and I know Adam's thinking of him, he definitely played for the U.S. team, right, Adam?
He did once.
He did. Okay.
We'll just ask. We'll be very direct. Is Hakeem qualifying as an international player for UAJ?
Wait. Oh shit! I didn't know Hakeem played in the U.S. Olympics.
He did once.
okay.
After he gained his citizenship, he played one Olympics for the U.S., but he played previous international ones not for the U.S. So he's a rare case. Because, like, if we just look at, like,
Damn it.
players
Okay,
that are, like, loosely born outside, like, because even, like, Shaquille O'Neal was born in Germany. So,
right,
like,
yeah, he's
he doesn't
not on
count.
the list.
Yeah.
God damn it. Okay. I didn't think
You can just say, you can say
plot holes.
Hakeem is on the list because Brock and I were going to have him on the list anyway.
Yeah. Hakeem is on the list, so I just need 4 people. Let me. But you guys work. Let me grab my phone, and I'll just double confirm that all these people didn't play for like the Olympics or anything. How about that?
Okay, that works.
And if you want, I'll allow. Should I give you guys a buffer? Should I allow like an extra 2 players, just in case? Because I don't want to.
Let's give us an extra 1.
Yeah, just do like
Okay, you get a 1
top
buffer.
2 through
Okay.
6. Top 2 through 6. Because I feel like Hakeem's number 1.
Okay, so you get a
But that's
buffer
okay.
1. You get a buffer 1. It's for okay. I'll be right back.
This is so hard with the current players too. It's like how many points does like oh my gosh.
Well, they'd be in the top 100 all time. So
All time.
it's a pretty hefty amount of points.
Oh,
still.
okay, yeah, I forgot about that point.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I shouldn't have told you.
I'm also gonna.
No, you shouldn't.
Oh, I've double checked. Okay, so I've double checked. No one else on this list played for the freaking U.S. Olympic team. I did not know Hakeem played for that. It's freaking whatever.
Yeah, Dream Team 2.
This list. Okay, if this list goes horrible, if you guys are really struggling, I'll just remake a final round because I feel like there's so many. It's already kind of washy. But if you guys get it with the 1 buffer. Also, because of my internet, I can't like look things up quickly on my computer. Otherwise, I would just like pull up the list. I guess I could like pull it up on my phone.
Oh, this is so hard. Okay, I'm locked in.
I got my 6.
Got it? Okay. I was trying to pull up a list, but we're gonna roll with it. Alright. Let's go back and forth here. Let's see here. Oh, we scratch Akeem off. He's on there, so each still playing 5. Brock, who was your number 1?
It absolutely has to be the man from Germany and Dirk. Like, him and Hakeem were solid 1-2. So I will be going with Dirk.
And did you do positioning? There's a lot
So-
going on, but did you do position?
He would have been like, what, 2? I guess I'm starting at the top and working my way down to the bottom of the list. So he would have been like 2. So it would have been Hakeem, Dirk.
Yeah, see, this is where we got lost in translation. I was hoping to have you guys rank in terms of the actual full list, the full top 100.
Oh. We can
You
do
guys
that.
want to take a second and do that?
We can do that quick. Yeah.
Like, where are
Okay.
these players top
Give you-
100?
Top 100.
Yeah,
okay.
within the top 100 of the NBA. And
Oh,
since
okay.
you're doing it quicker, I'll give you also like plus minus 2 buffer
Okay.
within the position. So we're also doing 100. Do that quick. A clean final round. This is awesome.
Oh my gosh. I don't know where these boys rank. Okay. Not a whole ton of thought behind the rankings, but I'm locked. Okay.
Yeah, a little knee jerk,
Fine.
but I'm there too.
I like it. All right. So, Brock, what'd you have Dirk?
Dirk, he was top 10 at one point. I don't know if he still is or not. So I went with 9, so I got that buffer either way. So I went Dirk, 9 all time.
Okay. Adam, who'd you have as number 1?
I had Dirk is the highest international scorer, and I think he's 6th or 7th still. So I put 6th.
Okay. So, we'll go through it after. Brock, who was your second guy?
I don't love this, but I think it's right. I think it's Steve Nash. He was born in
Okay.
South
What
Africa.
yeah.
So, position, I went barely in the top 40. I went 39.
Okay. Adam, what'd you got?
Well, I had Hakeem next. Are we skipping Hakeem?
All right. Yeah, we're skipping Akeem now. Yeah.
Okay. So we skipped Hakeem. I threw out Tony Parker, the little French boy, little Francois,
Okay.
and I put him at 34.
Okay. Okay. We got Dirk and split number 2. Brock, who's your third?
I went with Detlef Shrimp, and I had him ranked top 60. I went 59. Dude's a bucket.
Okay. I left Shrimp. Adam?
My next is Nash, Steve Nash. He's Canadian, and I got him at 50.
Was he born in Canada? I felt like he was born not in Canada, but he is like Canadian.
Oh, I just know him as Canadian. I don't know the hospital he was born in.
Oh,
what the street address is.
okay. You don't have,
Oh my god.
he gets so mad when you know more than him. He gets so mad.
Room number 327, probably.
Whatever.
All right, so you had Steve Nash,
At 50.
Brock. Yeah, 50. Okay.
I went. I have so many names on this list, and I still went with Pau Gasol, and I put him
Okay.
68th all time.
Okay. So right, four. Okay, so we're on our fourth guy, and then you each get a buffer. So flip it. Adam, are you on your fourth guy now?
Fourth, not counting Hakeem, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah, I went Manu, and I gave him 78th.
Okay. Anu at 78. Brock?
This is where I had Tony Parker. I had him at 89th all time.
Okay. And then our buffer. Adam, who's your extra guess?
I threw Pow in there at 80th.
Okay. Oh, at 80th.
Some other names I had on my list while AJ calculates this. I had Yao Ming.
Hey, no, did you? Yep. Brock was. What was your buffer? Who's your buffer?
It was Tony Parker at 89th, right?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay. Yeah.
I would have had Keem too, yeah. But I had Yao Ming. I had Rick Smits. I'm going to be really mad if Rick Smits is on this list.
Mm.
And then, yeah, Tony Parker, then Manu. But we'll see. But, like...
Reread me your list just really quick, just to make sure I get this right.
Who?
Brock, you go first.
Brock? Okay.
But Brock, go first.
Would have been Dirk at 9th, then Hakeem, then Nash at 39th, Detlef at 59, Powell at 68, Tony Parker at 89.
Okay. Adam, what was your list?
Dirk at 6th. Hakeem. Tony Parker, 34th. Steve Nash, 50th. Manu, 78th. And Pow, 80th.
Okay, thank you. Go back to talking.
Yeah, I had Yao Ming on mine too.
And
then
played so short.
And then, yeah, it's tough to know because he was a bucket. He was a problem. And initially, before we had the Olympic team distinction, I thought I was really gonna pull a fast one on you with a Patrick Ewing pull because he's born and raised in Jamaica.
Oh, you dirty dog.
But he is a dream teamer. So when AJ confirmed that there was no Olympic team, I was like, fine. Yeah, and then I had Jokic as a thought. I don't know him or Joel. I don't know who career has more right now, but they can't be top 100 yet.
They could. Yeah.
But then I was also thinking Brooke Lopez. Brooke really could be up there too.
He's the all-time leading scorer for the Nets. He could be.
Yeah, he's been around for fucking ever, and I was debating between him and Powell.
Quick Brooke Lopez appreciation thought. No one's adapted their game more to the current NBA than Brooke Lopez. Dude used to be a post-up defense guy for the Nets. Now he's splash mountain defense. I mean, shout out to Brooke. That's all I'm saying.
He's a good boy.
I think it's cool. Yeah, I think that's cool. I also think I don't know what did he rank for Defensive Player of the Year?
He finished second behind Jaren Jackson Jr.
I don't think he should have finished second. I don't know who should have.
Ooh, bad take. When Giannis won his DPOY that one year to see year one MVP, Brooke Lopez was fourth. Brooke Lopez is an anchor for that Bucks team. I know they just lost Miami. Brooke
I think
Lopez
the crucial part is Giannis.
Well, that's
why Giannis won.
That's why Giannis won the DPOY. It's just I don't
okay.
know. Brooke Lopez.
I feel like without Giannis, the defense definitely goes down. It's not like still build up crazy high like Brooke. I don't with just Brooke.
Well, Giannis is like
Actually,
a help side defender. He plays good on ball defense, but like he would like God, what do they call that defense? The Wolves love running it, and that's why they had to trade for Gobert. Drop coverage, where like one guy just like
Yeah.
the Wolves love running that. Well, they did. That's why they traded for Gobert so he could play, and then he sucked, and then the Wolves sucked, and Anthony Edwards might go to jail. It's just a mess.
Anthony Edwards is going to go to jail?
Did you not see what he did? Well, he's
Oh.
probably not going to go to jail, but like after they
Yeah,
lost
no.
the series, he like threw a chair and it hit like a security guard in the foot. And so now
The two people, yeah.
now they're pressing charges, and then like for like the assault charges in Denver, it's like 18 months in jail with up to $1,000 fine or something. It probably won't happen, obviously, but like
Yeah, they'll probably settle.
What the
He'll
fuck?
toss him a quick millie and call it a day.
but yeah, Wolves are a mess.
All right, let's get to the final round. Let's do this. So here's how I graded it. I gave you guys I wanted positioning for your first four guesses. Then your buffer, I let just be a wild card. If you got him on the board, got the point. Okay, so that's how I did it. First four, though, you're looking for order, an extra point for the placement. Both got Dirk. Dirk is the top international scorer, not Hakeem. We're discounting Hakeem, so I still gave it to Brock. Dirk was sixth overall in NBA scoring. Adam got the second point there. The final round, Adam up 2-1.
Oh no!
Next on the... Then Hakeem would go. Scratch off Hakeem because we talked about it. Next man up, you guys both had, but out of order, Pau Gasol. He's technically the third international scorer, but I believe Adam had him as his buffer guess. Okay? Well, Adam still got the point there for Pau Gasol. No points for positioning, though. Next up, you guys had him both again. Brock had him as his buffer, Tony Parker. So Brock got that point. Positioning, though. And then, final man was born in South Africa, but did grow up Canadian, Steve Nash.
Hospital room.
When Steve Nash was...
302.
What did you say? Oh, yeah, room 302. So Steve Nash, yeah, he was 90. He was 91st overall, so just kind of squeezed in there. Manu was a good guess, but he was a bit lower.
Yeah, you just didn't have the time.
What about Rick Smith?
Powell was 42nd. Rick Schmidt, no. Or Detlef Shrimp or whatever you said? No way.
I thought about Detlef too,
You
but I was
don't
like,
know.
his best seasons, he was averaging like 12 points.
Yeah.
So I was
but
like, there's
he
just
was
no
a
way.
Shooter, man.
I mean, but you guys basically got the guys, just a bit out of order. Pau Gasol is 42nd. Tony Parker's 56th. And here's the great news. Adam won the final round 3-2, down 1. So we are now tied. We are now tied.
Right on.
Yeah, right on. I got distracted by the Bucks talk. I wanted to jump in there about Brooke Lopez. So what should we do? We've surely done a final round tiebreaker with like just the overall top scorers. That'd probably be too easy at this point because they've been playing too long.
Right.
I do have two more people actually that are on my list for played internationally.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me look
Pick one.
them up.
Pick one and let's do like if somebody locks in first and they get it right, like, you know, a hint sooner or something, then like, well, I mean, just, yeah, one question, sudden death.
Okay, yeah. Let me just pull them up quick.
Why does it always come down to? I feel like every game I play comes down to a tiebreaker.
You just don't know how to close it out.
Can't get the job done.
Yeah, you play to not lose. You don't play to win.
I definitely
That's
play
the
to win.
issue.
I'm a two-time champion on this show. Don't tell
Yeah,
me.
like 7 seasons ago.
I started off really hot.
You sound like a Bears
All right.
fan.
Oh, stop.
Coming up with questions right off the dome here. Here's the first hint. 1999. This player joined Swedish team M7 Borås, now known as Borås Basket.
Oh, basket.
Yeah, that helps.
Why didn't you say so?
I'm gonna go straight out. I'm gonna need the next hint.
Okay. Hint number 4. He was undefeated on the team in 5 games. So he only played 5 games. Also became, after that, a co-owner of the club. 1999, he played 3 games. Let me look up his age in 1999.
Or like that he played 3 games for him and was like, I'll just buy this.
He was 40 years old in 1999.
Sounds like a guy with money. And I know a guy with money. And I think he played overseas. But I'm gonna wait for the next question.
Wait, hold on. He's a 3-time MVP.
Locked in.
Are you matching? I guess, or Brock locked first. Brock, what do you got?
So, guy bought a team. This guy's bought kind of. He has some stock in some other LA teams. 3-time MVP. Magic Johnson. I think I see him playing in a white Swedish uniform. Dude's got money. Dude's won 3 MVPs. It's got to be Magic. Give me it.
Damn. It is Magic Johnson.
Damn.
Wow, I thought I was gonna have to go for a while and get more specific about the NBA career, but just Magic
Yeah,
Johnson.
that was all news to me. I couldn't get my mind. I couldn't get my mind off of Dominique Wilkins because that's who I was thinking for the Scotty question too, and who I was like, because I was like, he played in Greece and he was like one of the earliest guys that like at the end of his career like went and played in Europe. And I was like, he played in Greece for like a couple of years. I think he played in Italy once too. But then when you're like saying all these Scandinavian countries, I'm like, I don't know anybody that went over there.
Yeah, that's a solid guess though. Yeah. So Magic Johnson in 1999, he joined the Swedish team, been undefeated in 5 games, then became co-owner of the club. But Wikipedia just sums it up as the project failed after 1 season. The club was forced into reconstruction. I think that meant Magic was out. So I think he only owned it for maybe a season. And he also later joined a Danish team, the Great Danes.
I didn't know that. I've seen like a picture of him and like looking chunky, not like young Magic, kind of chunky Magic, running around in a white uniform, going, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was between my options for research, like just doing this tiebreaker, was going to be Magic Johnson. Also, Allen Iverson technically signed with an international team. I think he maybe played a game or 2, but then had surgery.
Didn't he play for a Turkish team?
That was another one I didn't know.
I feel like he played for a Turkish team.
I think that might have been it. Yeah, it was a more obscure one.
AI.
Okay. Dang. All right, so Brock pulled it out. At 1 point, Adam, you came back big though. I
Bob McAdoo.
hungover.
Yeah, Bob McAdoo. God, I hate that guy.
Such a respect him.
I respect him. I just don't like
Come on,
him.
man.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, you got any random NBA player you want to talk about quickly?
Random.
Get
Can
out
we
of
talk
here.
about how like Jimmy Butler does like this thing where everyone thinks he's a god for a series, like he's really good. Then he learns how to shoot a 3-pointer. But now in this Knicks and Heat series that's going to start today as we're recording, like he's just going to go back to being Jimmy Butler, shooting like 24% from the three. I don't know. I've just never.
I don't think so.
Never been. No. Yeah. Stop. He'll go back to normal, dude.
He does this every year.
Thank you, Adam. He does this every year, and everyone's like, Jimmy Butler's so good. Oh my god! But like, first of all, the Heat are down Tyler Hero. Like they're just gonna run out of steam eventually. I think this Knicks team. I think the Knicks team.
Game one, no Randall though. Oh, he could steal game one for
Have
sure.
you heard of Jalen Brunson? Listen, Jalen Brunson.
Jimmy Butler locks him up.
No, stop. Jimmy Butler just he
high on
exerts
Butler.
all his energy on offense nowadays. He's not the two-way player he used to be. Listen. Maybe I'm still salty from his time with the Wolves, but I mean, listen.
You weren't even a Wolves fan back then.
Yeah, but he really laid into the franchise. And listen, I'm not saying
Wow.
he's wrong about Cat.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Jimmy Butler.
Listen, I'm high on Butler. I know
exactly.
the averages will probably come down shooting, sure, whatever.
And
But
he
defeated
You're being
the number one
bamboozled.
seed.
Yes, you get, and I don't get how the Bucks don't lock up that one guy. That's all they had to put Drew on him. Great on ball defender.
He's so good.
No,
Yeah, he's good.
No, he's not that
good
good. He's
player.
not a superstar. He's like all-star caliber, obviously, but he's not a superstar. Like he does this.
He's not
every year in the playoffs for like
top
one series.
15.
Top 15.
Top 15. Yeah,
No.
gotta be top 15.
And let's do
No,
my top
what?
15 right now.
God.
Giannis.
I don't want to do this. I'm leaving. I gotta
shouldn't have-
pee.
Jokic. Embiid.
Okay, well, Brock's beef of the week can be next week, where he ranks Jimmy Butler. He has homework for the next week's episode.
LeBron.
Okay. Thanks everyone for tuning in to Jump Ball.
AD fully healthy.
That's ridiculous. But we're not a Touch My Takes podcast anymore. We got the YouTube. YouTube we've been steady on. It's been good if you want to see our faces.
Luka.
Hey, Luka Doncic. See you next week. Okay, bye.
Listen, Larry Markkinen could make the list over here.